looks like we are live. What's going on, everybody? It is Throw It Thursday. I don't want to take away the gusto from Carrie here, but we're going to give everybody some time to log in here, kind of jump on the stream, and get to go over today's topic, which is going off of Tuesday, which is the Hammer Fugitive Solid. So, Carrie, what's today?
Throw It Thursday!
I can't see you. Your head was too high.
It's okay.
Putting the
This is what
Fugitive
we're
up in
talking
there.
about.
We got Troylin on the feed here. He's really interested. Sorry, Troy, we don't have any lefties with rev rates that are 550. And sorry you can't bowl in my center because your arm swing's too high. Anyway, the intention was, as everybody knows, players here are going to get warmed up. I'm going to introduce, who's going to throw some shots here tonight. But each week we're going to have some featured balls. As you know, if you tuned in on our Facebook page on Tuesday, we did a segment, and I basically went over the Hammer Fugitive Solid, kind of the specs of the ball, what expectations we should kind of see out of it, and we answered some questions. So what we're going to do today is, it's one thing to talk about the bowling ball, but why don't we see them go down the lane? So kind of picked out 4 of the personal staffers here at Pureit. We actually have 2 of us that are on Hammer staff, and we have 1 on Columbia, and then we're going to introduce 1 more, which is a staffer here at Pureit. And we got some vastly different styles. We're going to see Carrie, who's going to be pretty much up the boards, pretty straight, very accurate. We're going to have Chelsea, who we would call basically a tweener, if you will. Very good in terms of matched ball speed and rev rate. Joel, who just threw the ball down the lane, and that was really, really good. Joel is actually on our senior staff, if you will. Joel is a PBA 50 player. He is going to be competing this weekend down in, where are you at this week? Bristol Pike, right? Bristol Pike. And we drilled a couple new nuggets for him. So one of them was a Fugitive Solid, and he added a Prism Warp to the bag as well for some new covers. Coming up here in the left lane, you're going to see Chelsea Merklinger. Those of you that are local to the Lancaster area will definitely know Chelsea's name. Chelsea was a standout back in her high school days at Lancaster Mennonite, which I had the pleasure of coaching. And Chelsea went on to be an All-American at Dell State. And Chelsea just recently is one of the newest members of Columbia 300 Bowling. She signed her first contract and joined the team. All right. On the right lane, I think you know a little bit about Carrie. Again, Carrie, the joke of the town is sometimes referred to as my daughter. She's not my daughter. She's also not my sister. She is also not a high school student and looking to bowl in college. Okay. Yes, I got asked out in Illinois how my daughter was bowling. That was fun. And she was introduced as my wife 3 different times on a live stream. So it's kind of confusing for everybody. But Carrie is a PBA Hammer national staffer. And she got a lot of use out of this ball, as we talked about on Tuesday, on a short pattern and 2 long patterns that were very high volume. So the ball is very, very versatile. Okay. Reading a couple comments, looks like we're up to about 30-ish people on here. Yeah, you had to join Throw It Thursday, Kraus. Thanks. I mean, the input was good. I enjoyed it. I don't know about Pavlenko's comment. That might have been the right place for that. But
Hi, Mousy.
Hope you're doing well out there in Vegas, bud. Bill Samuels, haven't seen you in forever, man. Hope you're doing well. Hopefully you're back to bowling. I know you had some issues with the shoulder and stuff there. But beyond that, going over the specs here. If you look at Joel, going to throw this down the lane. Joel, again, he has been working extremely hard on his game. Joel will tell you that, he felt like he kind of lost himself for a while. We went through a series of big changes with his grip and also a ton of work on the lanes to kind of get him feeling like he can fire through it on the bottom again and get back to that youthfulness. Carrie, again, if you've watched her bowl through the years, one of the things that she used to be very tentative of was essentially when she got into the longer patterns, very locked up arm swing, scared to get it right. But with the balls and the hard work and the things that she's doing right now, she's becoming very well versed in being able to move at all parts of the lane. And again, Chelsea, Chelsea is, again, as an All-American in college, that's going over into hopefully her professional career here that got halted with COVID-19 outbreak, but definitely throws it really well. You can see her timing, something we're working on right now. A little bit late, but we're getting there. I know you're all itching to see me throw the ball as well. I'm the one that's going to get 6, while everybody else gets 10, but little input on the pattern here. So we purposely put down a longer pattern. We got 75-year-old wood here. This is a 44-foot pattern with about 26 mils. The ratio is about 8-to-1, so not overly hard. For me, it feels like the Grand Canyon in terms of cliff, so I'm definitely going to try to go around it a little more. But watch some shots here. Please, by all means, drop in and give us some questions, or if there's any ball we may have in the center here you want to see us throw it against, we can definitely do so. I believe Carrie probably brought in the original Fugitive as well. So we will definitely make sure she throws the original Fugitive, which was the pearl version, so you can see the difference in the overall length of the ball, the strength of the cover, and just give you that foundation to understand the difference between the two. So we got quite a bit of people popping in and out here. This is really encouraging to watch. I'm glad people like bowling as much as we do, and we just want to have a little fun with it. So Joel, why don't you go up here on the right lane here and throw a couple shots. I'm going to jump over here right behind Chelsea and see if the old man can't get one close to the pocket and hopefully not 3 off the right. So,
hi, Chad.
Chad, great to see you today, buddy. I'm glad you got to try out the U-Motion on the demo today, and that choice solid we redid for you. That thing looked great, man. Looked really good in your hand. All right. Chris Wilson's watching while he's bowling league. All right, here it goes. I'm going to try to stay behind the foul line and not throw it like a complete donk. Feel free to talk.
Don't forget to post your shot, too. Yeah.
If I don't post the shot, Adam Ishman is going to eat me alive as much as I...
Hey, my mom is watching. Hi, Mom. And my dad. Hi, Dad.
That's a good start. I got 6.
Actually, you got 7.
Oh, I got one other? All right, that's better than I thought I was going to do. See what happens when you don't take a shot for about 10 minutes?
So, guys, while we're kind of throwing shots and everything, if anybody has any questions that Jeff didn't answer on Tuesday when we were talking about it, feel free to post in the chat and we can kind of answer those as we're bowling.
Kelly Coven says, bowled here, carry back in high school, also league of blue ball with her too. Looks like Kevin Vandrowski popped in.
Kevon!
But hopefully you can see, we try to pick out some different styles here so you can see the attack of the lane play and just how versatile this ball is. So remember, this ball has the Juice Solid cover stock on it. So this is a lot of ball for wood lanes. And I'm not going to lie to you, when we were warming up and stuff, of course, we saw some flat pins and stuff, but I was throwing a very, very fresh cover. The girls have quite a bit of games on theirs with a little bit of lane shine. So it has a tendency, it's a little, theirs look a little better through the pins at the moment. That was pretty good. All right, attempt number 2. We think I can strike here before this session's over, right?
Maybe. Come on, you can do it.
You gonna do it.
Is Chelsea playing in? That's pretty deep. Yes, Mark, she's a little left because this ball's, kind of strong for the wood, but it looks amazing. Oh!
The old man got the over 50 hit for the 42-year-old.
Hey, don't
Hey, Mouse, what's the adjustment? You still on? I'm sure you got some comments, pal. Maybe you should send it to Freiburg and have them guys eval it and tell me everything I'm doing wrong. It is pretty deep, Mark. I mean, even with the 500, 1000 solid cover stock on this, the ball still clears the front, even on 75-year-old wood, pretty good. So again, 25 mils, not overly high volume that we're bowling on, but the ball is scooping through the front pretty easily, as you can see. Dave Bennett. John Carroll has joined us. No questions out there at all. I'm surprised. Joel's making this look pretty easy. This is a tune-up for the weekend. I think he's ready.
You got this, Joel.
If it was a doubles pairing, I think Joel and Carrie are kind of smoking me and Chelsea right now. Grab one in here. Hey Carrie, while we're doing that, why don't you go ahead and get the original Fugitive out and throw a couple of them down the lane. That way everybody can kind of see the difference between the solid version and the one that has the juice pearl cover stock on it.
Okie dokie. Pretty good shot. Thanks, Gary. Hey Jeff, you gotta hit the head pin. on either side. You gotta hit the head pin on either side.
Humbling. Look, Bob Moran's on. He can strike on this. He can strike on anything.
Alright.
All right, Carrie's going to go ahead and she's going to throw the Fugitive, the original Fugitive Pearl.
The red one.
And just to kind of show you the difference in shape the ball makes from the solid version into the one with the juice pearl cover stock. Actually thumbed that down a little bit, but it's still red. John, the pattern is doesn't really have a specific name. The pattern is 45 feet in length and about 25 mils, about 8-to-1 ratio. So a little bit of a clip, which is my nemesis. So I haven't thrown a good one yet. I gotta get channel my inner beast thing.
Terry, it is pretty awesome.
Baby.
Alright, I'm making this look about as good as BJ did the other day on the other side of the
Terry
cliff.
Miller said the solid is awesome.
Yeah, Terry just took one of these out last night. Terry, we actually forgot to get a picture of that, but Terry hopped on the feed. We did a little bit of a refit with him yesterday, just to get a little more separation between the thumb and the fingers. Just got an update from him. He drilled not only the solid Fugitive, but we also did the Igniter Pearl for him. That wasn't 4, Mark. That was 6 or 5. So, can you believe Patrick Abrams in here chirping? Patrick. Casper's chirping.
Patrick, you can't chirp. You don't bowl. Hardly. Shot.
But going back, you know, like I said, did a refit with Terry just to get a little more comfort in the hand. Terry's done an incredible job of lost a ton of weight through the years here, so obviously the hand's changing, really taking care of himself, and it was time to go in there and kind of refine, you know, his ball selections, how it fits his hand. But it is funny that you're saying that though, Patrick. So this is the, you know, I'll throw balls down the lane here. Obviously on for me, on a cliffed pattern like this, I definitely would not be throwing this much surface or this fresh of a ball, if you would. I'm definitely going to play something a little more downlane motion, maybe even the original Fugitive for me. But again, you know, I'm not afraid to throw shots here, and you know, sometimes it's not bad to see where the threshold of the ball is. Like there, Joel, you know, Joel got the tip in there, but you can see it kind of flat tend. It faced up when he moved left, but running out of steam a little bit. But the original red one in this situation, especially with the friction of the right, you can see the distinct move of that one as well. So much cleaner, a little more through the pins. Continuation-wise, though, when you look at the solid version, definitely a lot more teeth in the middle lane. For me, personally, I'd be throwing this on a lot more volume, where I can actually close my angles down a little bit in the front part of the lane, and shut it down and not feel so open. You know that I got to give it away so much. All right. Yeah, it's a lot of ball, and even with a little bit of lane shine, you know, I think for Chelsea, if you know, on the wood here, okay, on the wood here, basically based on her ball roll, again, she doesn't have a regular Fugitive in the bag, but it may be a situation where she might be on something like an uppercut or something along those lines.
Chris Wilson said, that's what I need to happen to Dutch right now. Something to burn up. See if Jeff has any more success on this right lane. Oh, that's 10 back.
Really bad.
Yeah.
That was really bad. And it struck, see?
So,
Good league bowler.
I know Jeff was talking about the difference between the original Fugitive and the Solid. For me,
Very nice.
it's kind of just the same thing. Like, I feel like with the Pearl, I can be more straighter through the front, and you know, I can stay right farther. But with the Solid, I feel like I have to, you know, move my feet a little more left, and that's saying a lot for me because I don't make big moves.
So for everybody out there that's watching, we still got a good 30 plus people on here. So what do you guys think so far of the ball? I mean, what are you looking forward to? Are there other of the brands of Brunswick balls that you guys are super interested in? I mean, obviously we're going to be doing segments each week. So if there's one that in particular has, you know, struck your fancy, or you really want to see it go down the lane, this is a time to ask. You know, we're here for you. We want to make sure you're as educated as possible, and that's what we're here for. And you saw Carrie just went back to the Solid there. You see how distinctly that ball saw it quicker? Completely different motion from the Pearl, but a pretty awesome 1-2 combination. So fire those questions away. We'll throw a couple more shots here. You know, the intention isn't to be here bowling all night, but get in here, let you see some of this stuff, and go from there. I want to see Carrie left of the big dot. She can go left of the big dot. We don't have all those balls in here though, Mark. She can get.
You want me to go left of the big dot?
She'll go left of the big dot with this ball. She can keep it in front of her. That old timer got the 810 out. You're right. He is dialed in, John. All right, I'm going to strike on this left lane. I got this. Come on, Chels.
You can do it.
Team.
If I can do it, you can do it.
That's the weirdest 6 I think I've ever seen in my life.
He said left to the big dot. I just got to adjust a little bit. That was a guess. It was the wrong guess, but it was a guess. You got 6 too.
It's so much ball to try to just. The ball sees it so early for me. I got to give it dead away, hold with angle. Short pin layout on the bonus. Dom, I have a bonus in here. Unfortunately, I don't have any holes in it. I mean, if you really want to see a bonus go down the lane, bonus down the lane, I can get Chelsea to probably run up and get hers if you want. Now, Chelsea's is, hers is about a 4-inch pin with about a 45-degree back angle on it. I am determined.
Mark, I hope you saw that. I was left of the big dot, and I got a strike. Did you notice he kind of fell off the shot, though?
Nah. What are you talking about? So you're going out to grab the bonus?
Thanks, Mark.
Major difference between that and Redemption Solid. Justin, Redemption Solid is a completely different ball. Redemption Solid is a bigger asymmetric core with a high intermediate diff. So the main difference you're going to see between a Redemption Solid and when you're looking at the Fugitive is a Redemption Solid has a much bigger motor, and the core is going to want to read the front part of the lane even harder. Now with the asymmetry, the Redemption Solid still gets through the front, okay? But you're going to have a distinct difference in ball motion when it sees friction, okay? So Redemption Solid, again, I'm definitely, for me personally, I need some volume for it, right? It's a lot of cover and a lot of core. Fugitive Solid definitely has some teeth in the body of the lane, but you're going to feel that it's a little more versatile between the two. Marquise, lane 2, no, to answer your question, it is not running. Right now I have a switch that's out on lane 2. essentially, which is causing the lane to black out anytime it tries to set some pins. So even though it looks a little pretty and there's pins up there right now, that's for aesthetics, my friend, so it's not actually running. Looks like Chelsea just ran back in. She went out and grabbed that bonus, Dom, so you better still be here. She's going to throw it. You know, for those of you that want to see the bonus, like I said, we'll probably do a feature on some of that too, but the bonus, if you want to think about it, is kind of a beefed up version of the Intel, okay? I don't know if we want to use the word crack, but it's like a Intel on steroids. You got your eye on that Fugitive solid. Marquise, I love you, brother. I know how you're loving on them global balls, but man, let me get a hammer ball in your hand. Nothing would make me happier than seeing the big guy with a hammer ball in his hand.
I'm sure you'd love it too, just like we do.
Marquise is one of our newer customers that comes to us, drives about 2.5 hours to come up and see us, so pretty awesome. Dom's still in here, so he said, you know, she's a rock star, wants to see it.
Thanks, Dom.
Can I repeat that last shot, or? Gary said I didn't stick the landing. I keep pitching myself further and further in, because I think that's the move on this ball. Until I throw one out the window.
Posted it.
It's just, for me, honestly, for me, it's too much ball for the pattern. Makes me open my angles up a ton. Just wouldn't be something first out of my bag. Okay, so that it gives you a realistic look of different styles of where it's going to fit. Okay, so when you're watching the various players here, the good thing is you can kind of see how does it fit your game, who can you relate the most to that's throwing it down the lane, and then we can make the best decisions together for what balls go around that and what we'd be using on today's conditions. So, awesome ball. Cannot wait to throw it on some higher volume for me. Well, Dom, considering I slid into about 39 on a cliff, it doesn't surprise me the ball with that much scratch on it placked. Does it surprise you? I mean, I can get softer, but I can also get 6 real easy. Yep.
So I just want to tell everybody that I did bowl over the weekend on, if you weren't on Jeff's little talk on Tuesday, for Talk About It Tuesday, I bowled on a 45-foot pattern, a 46-foot pattern, and then also a 35-foot pattern. And I used the solid on all of those patterns, so it works great. It's not just, you know, one pattern specific, but I use it on all of them, so it was great.
Any other questions? We're going to throw a couple more here, and then we're going to cut the feed off for the night. But it looks like we got Chelsea is throwing that bonus.
Don said he likes the way that 6 slapped the 10 out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say, for me, even it reminds me a little bit of the Web Tour. I think it's a little earlier.
Yeah. So.
But I like it.
Yeah. And then Justin, yeah, we can definitely talk about it. Just so you know, your son's nuclear cell is here. Okay. It is here in stock. We got that 14 in for him. So reach out to you. We'll figure out a day to get you guys down here.
Come on, who has questions?
Matt Bradley, when you're missing high, what board is that at the break point? I mean, the last shot that I threw there for the break point only got to about 11, right around like 9, 10, 11 down lane. Again, Matt, for me, I really have to open my angles to try and get the ball to slow down enough to strike. The ball is just so teepy for me in the front, and I really need volume. I mean, it'd be pretty awesome for me. Yeah, you can reset it. What do I think about the Prism Warp? Patrick, are you talking about the Warp that's out now, or are you talking about the Warp Hybrid coming out? The Warp Hybrid coming out, I have not had a chance to throw it yet. I'm going to be honest with you, I only put holes in this Fugitive before this video, so as busy as we're on here, my customers come first. But the Prism Warp is definitely one of my favorite balls in my bag. Asymmetric ball, which, you know, with my style sometimes has love-hate. and that ball is just super clean through the front for me, and really goes through the pins amazing for as big of a ball as it is. And that was Chelsea with the bonus there too. And you can see the bonus, how much smoother that ball is through the mid part of the lane. Now that is a lower diff piece. It's about 30 diff, I believe, on the bonus. I could be wrong on that though, but I think it is. I think it might be 030. Marquise, the Fugitive, the one that we're throwing now is a solid version. The other Fugitive is a pearl. Yes, for ASIMs, I mean, Patrick, I should have those balls. I actually have some demos coming as well, now that you're asking about some other ones. I have, oh God, that was filthy. You get bonuses, you get to shoot a spare. Get that done.
Bonus ball.
I do have, you know, we have demo balls here for everything that was released in August, and the balls that were announced and are coming out in September, those balls are en route. I did get a notice on that, so those will be here that you can come in here, you can throw the demo balls. You know, we'll adapt and try to make them. You know, obviously it's not for everybody's hand, but you know, we can make it so pretty much, I'd say about 75% of the population can actually get by throwing them. So definitely take advantage of that. When we do the demos, it's pretty simple, right? You come in here, you can bowl for an hour, $10. You come in, throw any one of the demo balls that you want. If you end up purchasing a demo ball, or purchasing a ball base that you demoed, even if it's not that day, I'm going to go ahead and give you $10 credit back. Okay, that's how confident I am that you coming in here to demo these balls are going to lead to you wanting to go out with one of your own. Definitely see how fall leagues go. We're going to split the league in half. Yeah, John, it's, you know, it's unique depending on what area we're from, how individuals and centers are approaching their leagues. You know, it's different. You know, I'm actually kind of glad I have this small little intimate setting where I can kind of, you know, control crowds and things like that. But you know, I feel for the big centers right now too going through this, because you know, it's hard to stay afloat with the overhead that they have. You know, keep a building that size going and still keep it cool and try to get customers through in a safe manner. But I get it. We got to be creative right now. And look, you know, I'm going to be the first one to tell you as I'm on a feed here is that, you know, I'm here to support bowling in general, not just my brand or Pure It. I'm here. I want everybody to succeed. I want to help out. You know, if I'm in an area and I have the opportunity to go bowl some practice games and support a proprietor, I'm going to stop by and do it. Okay, I know I'm busy, but any little dollar that we can give, league bowlers especially, I think we're the ones that probably put in the least amount of time practicing, and the proprietors need us more now than ever. So, you know, we want to do our part for what we can do to make sure this game is, you know, continues to be prosper. I think Carrie said something smart ass. Would you like to say it in front of this because it's a live session?
Yeah, you said doo-doo in that sentence.
Yeah, he said you do.
Doo-doo. I don't know. Doesn't make any sense.
You said doo-doo.
That's nice. She doesn't make any sense. Doesn't she look like a giant pumpkin, everybody? All right, any more questions out there? I think we're going to soon wrap it up here unless you guys have some more questions. I know everybody's dying to actually see me throw more than one good shot, but the colors of the Fugitive Solid are sweet. They are. They are definitely sweet, Chad. They remind me of some older balls from a different company, but sounds good. Been itching to get up there. Been working more this healthcare stuff, but trying to get at. All right.
Jeff, I think you should throw a shot on lane 4.
I don't think I should. Any more out there? They want to see one or two more shots here. That was a really good one there, Chelsea. Chelsea, I gotta have a good one before I turn this feed off. I can't. This is a challenge for me right now. Joel's making this look like, you know.
If it helps, since you've thrown the last ball, I've been 3/4 left.
That one was pretty good. I like that one. All right. One more here for Carrie. She didn't end on a strike. Dom, drop off that katana. No. I don't know what you mean, but there's no katana here that I saw. Sword or not. Yeah, Carrie said she can't leave. AdAOL.com. Joey Pants has joined the feed to watch some wood bowling. What's going on, Joey P? Hope you're doing well. Hope you crushed it in the shop tonight, my friend. Carrie, one more here. She refuses to leave unless it's a good shot. Oh, what do you think? Yep, still no bueno. Yeah, it was good. I thought you thumbed it down.
All right, well then I'll throw another one. We might be here all night, people.
Yeah. Come on, Carrie. You're going to start losing some of the live feed. Nobody wants to watch us get 9. They like my 6 a lot more. Plug-in balance holes. Yeah, we've got a plethora of that going on here too. I just cleaned up my plug table today, and we had another 10 balls come in. So
rest in peace.
Yeah.
Balance hole.
Craziness, craziness. Yes, unfortunately, we have canceled our King of the Hill for tomorrow. Dom just put that up there. Unfortunately, I lost lane 2 today. Technically lost it last night, but I'm waiting on a switch, so not much I can do about it. It's just not enough to have 4 lanes. So
That was better, but it got 9 again.
bad Marxist. Yeah, Joe, we're showcasing the Fugitive solid, not the spare ball. And I'm getting coached on how to hit the timer. Not very good at it.
You can do it. Yeah.
Yeah. Man, they're getting loose now. They're getting loose now. Got them grooved, baby. If I'm striking, they're easy. Oh, I think that one might be it. Up, we can finally go home. All right, gang. Pretty good. We definitely enjoyed ourselves. Hopefully, you guys did. Love the interaction. We want to continue to each week just kind of keep some balls in front of us here, keep bowling in the forefront. Yeah, Hefe has to be fit there with that ball, Joe. It's got so much teeth. Yeah, but it is what it is. But we want to keep bowling in front of us. Do your part, as bowlers. Please get out, support local bowling, support your proprietors. We want to keep as many centers open as we can through this pandemic. And by all means, please buy Brunswick bowling balls. They are amazing right now. The brands of Brunswick have just some amazing stuff out. This hammer is special. All right, hearts are coming out, and
Give us some hearts if you like
we will.
Brunswick.
We will definitely announce what we're going to be doing next week, and we're going to have a new segment. Probably not this Monday, but maybe the following, and it's going to be called Meet the Staff Mondays. Meet the Staff Mondays is going to feature some staffers from around Pennsylvania, and also introducing you to people in your area that you may be able to contact for questions. Okay? We enjoyed ourselves. Thank you much for tuning in, and we'll talk to everybody soon.
Bye.
Have a good night.